Are you looking to become a YouTuber for a hobby or career? Then check out the Logitech HD Pro Webcam C920, complete with 1080p recording for your desktop or laptop. Affiliate link below in the video description. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and you know, one of the hardest things anyone can do, and I truly mean this, is to come forward with an accusation of sexual assault or rape. It is a very horrible thing that can happen to a person. Some have said it is the absolute most horrible thing that can happen to them outside of death. It makes you feel vulnerable, makes you feel like you're not a person. It takes away your dignity, it takes away your pride, your self-assurance, your self-confidence, makes you insecure, makes you fearful of other people. It is an absolute horrifying and disgusting thing that happens far too often in this country. And we hear all these statistics. 1 in 6 women are going to be victims of sexual assault or attempted sexual assault. This comes from RAINN, which took its statistics from the CDC, which had a very incomplete phone survey, about whether or not women felt they might have been attacked or they could be victims of it in the future. It flawed statistics aside, it's still a reality to many people out there, which is one of the reasons why false rape accusations need to be treated with the level of severity that we're not seeing. We're not seeing. So this story, this is a good one. This is a doozy. It comes out of Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, Connecticut, or Farfield, Connecticut, where a college student, 19-year-old Nikki Yovino, claimed back in October that she was sexually assaulted by 2 football players, that they pulled her to a bathroom and that they raped her viciously. And then when she came out and she made her claim and she told the authorities on campus, the 2 boys were basically given the option to quit, right? To leave without facing disciplinary action, and they chose to do that. Now we're finding out that it didn't happen. It didn't happen. She made the whole thing up. I mean, the part about the rape she made up. Oh, she fucked the dudes. She went into the bathroom with both of these football players and had consensual sex with them. But when it came out that this had happened, and she was afraid, and this is where it gets really fucking dark and really fucked up, and oh my God. When word got out to a friend and a potential boyfriend, right? So the male that's in the friend zone, but almost out of the friend zone into the fuck zone. When he was finding this out, she was fearful that he was going to look at her disapprovingly and not want to be with her. So she basically went out there and she was like, rape. It was rape. It was rape. It was rape. Totally rape. Totally raped. I was raped. Raped. No other rape. Just rape. Happened to me. Biggest rape ever. Raped. And you know, she said this in order to not lose this potential boyfriend. I have no idea if they're together, but that's why she did it. So, fearful of being, I guess, outed for her own sexual promiscuity, an act of which I have absolutely no problem with whatsoever. You're in college, you're at that age, people are going to get together, they're going to have sex, it's just kind of a natural course of life. But what she did is she purposefully, out of fear of losing a potential relationship, not an actual relationship, not a boyfriend, not a long-term boyfriend, not a marriage, nothing of that shit, but a potential relationship, she went out and she tried to destroy the lives of 2 guys that she hooked up with consensually. And these were football players, had done nothing wrong. They were expelled from the school, so they wouldn't face legal action, everything else. And now she's been busted. And as a result of this, she's facing 2 years. 2 years in prison. 2 years for attempting to destroy 2 lives. 2 years. I read that, and it's not even that she's going to get the 2 years. She's facing 2 years. That's it. She's facing that amount of time. Judge could look at her because she's a young, attractive girl, be like, nah, you've paid your time. Probation, slap on the wrist. I have a feeling that's going to happen, and I really hope that doesn't happen. This is a thing. This is a bad situation across the board. Make no mistake about that. But here's the biggest problem with that. It's going to be used as ammo on both sides of this discussion. You're going to have a lot of people out there that criticize the rape hysteria that's come out of the rape culture on college campuses and trying to say that this is the reason why women don't come forward because they're accused of making it up. In this case, the bitch made it the fuck up. And then you get people that are getting on the other side going like, you cannot, you have to ask for evidence. You have to get this stuff backed up. You have to go, and there cannot be a Title IX court. There has to actually go to the police. You have to file a complaint. You have to go through the proper channels, go get the rape kit, all that shit done. It gives both sides ammo. Whereas the one side that's like, hey, due process, they're definitely in the right here. The other ones that have come out there and thump their chests and scream, this is why women don't come forward to claim sexual assault, are just trying to cover the tracks. They're just trying to cover their tracks. Truth be told, this girl deserves far more than 2 years in prison. The claim that she made is one that is horrible because it happens to people. And some people are very much afraid to come forward. And you hear stories all the time about how rapists don't get convicted. But you get a situation like this, and it muddies the waters. It muddies any actual potential victim from coming forward and making that claim, fearful that they're going to be questioned because of someone like Nikki Yovino, who was like, shit, someone spit roasted me, or Cup of Guy spit roasted me. Now I have to claim rape in order to make sure that the other guy who I want balls deep will still want to be balls deep with me later. She should face greater punishment. Some people have suggested the amount of time that the two guys, had they been charged and had they been brought up to conviction or had they been convicted, she should get that exact same amount of time, as well as double. Right? Well, we saw a law in California that if you film someone committing a felony, you get the same crime as that person committing the felony if you willfully film it. And then you get 1 year added on top because you're a dumbass who filmed it. This is almost one of those situations where you feel it should be the exact same scenario. You should get the same punishment that those gentlemen were going to get that you lied about, and then add some time on that. I mean, doesn't that seem fair? If you're going to waste the court's time, waste the school's time, try to destroy the lives of two innocent young men who did nothing, then you should pay for that with more than 2 years in prison or jail or whatever the fuck it's going to be. And I don't think there's a lot of wiggle room on this one. I mean, there has to be, you always hear feminists say, teach boys not to rape. Okay. Why don't we add the slogan next to that one? Teach women not to lie about it. That's a fair assessment at this point, because we're finding out that more and more and more of these cases that come out and gain prominence are not true. But the hysteria surrounded by the culture that is rape hysteria propagates these stories. And then it blows them up, and it just does nothing but damage it for actual victims, whether they are male or female. And it's unfortunate that we find ourselves here more often than not these days, it feels like. So, to Nikki Yovino, I really hope you get the full 2 years, and I hope you get a lot more, because you fucking deserve it. Because you're a coward and a cunt. And that's the best way to describe it. You're a cowardly cunt. You wanted to destroy the life of two men who you engaged with consensually, right? In reenacting London Bridges, high-fived over the back, and then fearful of being called something like promiscuous or whore, slut, whatever, which I don't think you should have been called that. It's consensual, it's fine. You made up this lie. So you pretty much you absolve yourself of any and all sympathy on this one. You get nothing from anyone. I don't think you should. People out there are going to be like, she didn't do anything. Yeah, okay. Would you say the same thing if the shoe was on the other foot? These guys claiming their innocence, they still took the deal of basically being expelled from college over going to jail for a crime they didn't commit. Their lives uprooted, potentially destroyed, because some girl didn't want to be found out for being with both of them at the same time. That's the real issue here. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a fantastic day. Peace out.